we had enough people tasting. We had the one and the only Ricardo. And if you don't, no. If you don't know who Ricardo is, he does our local is the lekker segment. So obviously he knows what good food is. So I believe and trust that Ricardo gave us the right tasting number. Okay, so if he says it's good, I believe that. But listen, ladies and gents, still tune into EkSe, and today is all about Mental Health Monday. So we're doing mind, body, and soul, and of course we're doing the one, the only yoga. I did say that I was in my yoga era, and joining me, of course, in the studio, she's no new guest if you've been tuning in. She's called Storm Joy in the Bildizi, and she's going to be talking to us about how we can continue to stretch a bit more and root ourselves when it comes to yoga. Let's get into it. I just feel like we need some music and we just need to be in a beautiful yoga session, and you can continue to explain beautifully as we go.
Oh, thank you so much, sis.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off on our backs. One thing that's really important to me and really true to the ancient yoga practice is that it's accessible to all human beings, right? Regardless of whatever, you know. So for all human beings, yoga is accessible and doable. So I want to take us through a very simple flow that we, our guests and our audience can do as well, maybe when you wake up in the morning. So we're going to start on our backs.
Okay.
I'm kind of going to stretch you out a little bit. So this is also just a reminder that our bodies store emotions. So I'm going to ask you, when you feel stressed out or under pressure, where does that show up in your body?
In my jaw.
Me too.
Yeah.
So I've started this grinding thing lately. Yeah.
I remember once I went to an audition and it was so terrible because my jaw was locking, and I speak for a living. So I was like so nervous, like my jaw locked the whole time. It was not great at all.
Yeah. So we can't deny then that our bodies store emotion, right? So when we feel fear or anxiety, it sometimes shows up in the stomach.
Yeah.
And when we feel stressed, it sometimes shows up in the neck, the shoulders, the jaw. And as women, we also store a lot of sexual trauma and other things in this area. So that's what we're going to focus on today. All right. So if you can bring your heels a bit closer in for me. And then walk your feet as wide as your mat. So yeah, just as wide as the mat, perfect. And then we're going to drop your knees inward. Okay. So you don't have to do a lot in this stretch, but it's an external hip rotation. Okay. So take a loving breath into your body. Say thank you, body. Relax into the jaw again. Soften the skin on your face. Release any tension in your left shoulder and release any tension in your right shoulder. Awesome. So if you can walk your heels in about an inch, so just closer to your sit bones, yes. So the first stretch, so this is part one, right? Part two, if it feels good for you, you're going to drop both your knees over just as they are, not moving the feet. Does that feel good? Yeah, it does. And then you have the option to bring your right foot on top of this knee. Okay. So if you're at home, please give this a go. You can do it on your bed. You can relax your arms out like this. Beautiful. Okay, so you want to relax into the hips. So you have a lovely stretch happening down your left side body. Okay, and release. We're going to do the same on the opposite side. Then just naturally dropping the knees over. Then you'll have the option again to put that foot on top of the knee.
Oh, that feels so good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're going to do another hip opening stretch now. You can bring your knees back up. And then we're going to bring your right foot on top of your left knee. This is also known as your figure 4 stretch. This is one variation where you can just push this knee away from your body and you'll feel in your right glute some opening up. Beautiful. Then you have the option, because it's all about how it feels in your body, right?
I love that. That you actually, like, people can pick and choose what works for their body and not.
Totally.
What feels good.
We're all different. We all like different things. So you have the option to grab this thigh, your left thigh, and draw it in. So you can give that a go. Yeah, grab it. Yes, and then you can still be drawing this knee. Take a loving breath in. So another very important thing about yoga is breathing into your body. So wherever you feel that tightness, send your love there, send your breath there. Because like when our house is on fire, we don't run away and just like leave it to burn.
Go get water.
We separate ourselves and we treat it accordingly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, if someone is watching this and they say, no, man, Storm Joy, this is not enough. They need more of you. Where can we get a hold of you? Where can we find your classes? Where can we go just to maybe work out with you?
So I host I'm a spontaneous nature baby.
Okay.
So I host random nature sessions all over. But if you follow my Instagram, you can see my schedule.
Yeah.
Each day of the week, I'm in a different part of Cape Town. So I'm hoping to reach as many people and make it as accessible as possible to those who think like, oh, I'm scared to join a class, or I'm not flexible enough. You don't need to be flexible.
Yeah.
You don't need to be fit. You don't need to have any level of fitness to join my classes.
And then
It's for all of us.
Can you say it one more time? What is your social media handles, just in case the lovers at home didn't get it?
So it's at Storm Joy.
At Storm Joy. That's pretty
Yes.
simple, ladies and gents. That was, of course, the amazing Storm Joy taking us through our 2-part yoga series. I feel like let's do one more stretch as we head out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to come onto our backs again.